Yeah, I'm like, good Lord.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Sports Scene, sponsored by Thompson Sales, Fast Break Sports, and The Pitch. Here's your host, Scott Puryear.
Welcome into another edition of Around the Ozarks Sports Scene. I am Scott Puryear. As always, big thank you for tuning in this week as we talk local sports with local celebrities and people that are hot in the news these days. And coming up this month, now that we're in July, one of those guys that will be in the news hopefully in the next couple weeks is our guest today. He is the former standout third baseman, outfielder, pitcher for the Glendale Falcons, Sebastian Norman. Sebastian, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
You betcha. Yeah, we are live today at one of our sponsors, Fast Break Sports, so in separate rooms here so we can get both on camera, but appreciate them having us out today. We'll talk more about some of their specials at the end of the podcast, but Sebastian, this isn't your first time into Fast Break, is it?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, what you're collectible, what do you collect mostly?
It started pretty much off of just baseball, and that's kind of what I stuck to. I want to try to get into football here kind of soon, but I just don't know really what to start with, so I have to do research with that and try to find stuff, but mainly just baseball.
When did you start collecting? At what age?
Maybe a year ago.
A year ago? Okay.
Probably less than a year ago, yeah.
And what got you into it?
I would say just watching stuff on TikTok and just I would get stuff on my For You page, just scroll after scroll. I would watch people open these packs. I'm it seems kind of fun, and then I kind of got into it, and then once I got addicted, it's kind of been a thing ever since. So
now I assume you and Wyatt Vincent know each other. Are you friends?
Oh no, yeah, we're good friends. Yeah.
Yeah, Wyatt's been collecting since a young age, and I think he's in the store here very regularly and stuff. Yeah. So you've got some catching up to do in that regard. But
no, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I understand there is a Sebastian Norman card out there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is it?
I don't even know. It's from when I played on Team USA my 15U year. And that's really all I know about it. I only have they sent me out a slab of just a couple base cards and then a few I guess game worn stuff and then a few autos. But other than that, that's all I have. So
did you autograph stuff for that card or not?
Yeah, we spent I think we sat down for 4 hours and autographed 10,000 stickers or something. It was something crazy.
How many cards of those do you have now in your possession?
I would probably say around 30 or 40.
Okay. Do you have friends ask for them now that the draft's coming up or not?
No, I haven't had anybody ask for them. Yeah. So,
who did you grow up in baseball following, watching, and maybe idolizing? Anybody?
Really just stuck to the Kansas City Royals. I mean, that's what my family has loved. They've been in love with them their whole life, and that's what I was kind of just born into. I didn't really, I guess, idolize anybody growing up. I would watch any game, but definitely my favorite team being KC. Other than that, I didn't really have a one idol growing up, but definitely one player that once I got older was Miguel Cabrera, and just watching him play and how easy he made everything look. Now I try to, at least hitting wise, I want to make my game somewhat like his, just because he has effortless power and stuff like that. So I definitely try to put some of the stuff that he puts in the game into mine. So
are you a Bobby Witt Jr. guy or a Jack Caglione guy or both?
Oh yeah, definitely both, but definitely more Bobby.
More Bobby, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course, having Sebastian on because the Major League Baseball draft is July 13th. It's being held in Atlanta. Sebastian just got back from the MLB Combine out in Arizona here in the past week and a half after he finished up an outstanding career with the Glendale Falcons. That included a 10 home run season, which set a single season record for Glendale this past season. Combine out in Arizona, kind of give us your thoughts on was that your first one of those? Had you been anything like it before? I know there's tryout things with clubs and things like that, but this was probably that on steroids, wasn't it? Pretty much.
No, yeah. I mean, I've definitely been to events like that around all the top level guys nationally, but when you mix in the best college players too, it was kind of just a cool experience, just seeing all the like top college guys and just how like they look like celebrities when you watch them on TV and stuff. And then I would just see them out in the hallway of like the hotel or out in the lobby of our little hangout area. So it was definitely cool, and it was just a cool experience to get with my guys that I had played with previously, and then meeting new guys, whether it be in college or high school. But yeah, it was definitely a fun time.
Was there some nerves to get over? I know it was a 4 or 5 day deal. Did you get rid of those pretty quickly?
I wouldn't say I really had any nerves. I kind of got my invitation kind of late to the combine. So like once I got that invite, that was the most nerve wracking part, was just waiting for the invite to be sent out. So once I got that, I was pretty much just happy to be there. And then once I was there, I think I took advantage of every opportunity I had. So.
And how do you think you did? I mean, was there any area you felt like I wish I'd done better? I know you had an exit velo on one hit of 114, which is 114 miles per hour, which is a career best. What about hitting in general and your fielding stuff?
No, yeah. I mean, I think overall all my BP rounds were really good. I don't think I really could have done much better in that aspect. My fielding, I think, was pretty much perfect in my eyes. I didn't really have any hiccups in any area. Yeah, I mean, all the testing that they did on me and on everyone else. I mean, it seemed to go well. The doctors told me, like, after like we did all the movement stuff and all the X-rays and MRIs, they had told me that I was pretty much perfect. So like, I mean, I don't think you can get much better than that. So.
Yeah, 6'2", 230 now. Not your average 18-year-old size. Would make a really nice linebacker for somebody. But I understand did you ever play football?
No, sir. My mom would never let me.
Yeah, and did you tell her now that you could, double up like Bo Jackson and be an NFL linebacker and a Major League Baseball player? It'd be a pretty good career if you could do that. But mom never fell for that, huh? No. Did you miss it at all when you watched? Do you watch football?
Oh, no, yeah. I watch football. I mean, pretty much any game that's on, especially college. I love college football. Same with the NFL, but I think I just find college football more entertaining. But no, yeah, I definitely, any chance I could watch, especially like those big games against like two top teams going at it. I definitely love it. So.
Well, I know that you got your first college offer from what I read as an 8th grader. You went to Mizzou camp just kind of for fun, and that's kind of when it all started. Committed to Oklahoma State your sophomore year, I believe, at Glendale.
Sure.
Yeah, with Josh Holliday, whose nephew Ethan Holliday could be the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft on July 13th. He's a friend of yours. Of course, he's the son of Matt Holliday, and Matt's other son, Jackson Holliday, is having a much better second year with the Orioles this year than he had rookie year. But was Jackson number 1 overall? I think he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So talk about the Oklahoma State commit as a sophomore. What was it that led you to go down that path?
Yeah, I mean, leading up to, I guess 2 weeks before I committed, it was just any other camp that I was going to. I didn't really have any expectations for Oklahoma State. It was just, I knew they were a good program and had a good school, so I wanted to go up there, especially because they were only like 3.5 hours for, I guess, if depending on traffic. Anyway, just leading up to it, didn't really, like I said, didn't have any expectations. Just wanted to get another college to see if they would offer me. And I remember just pulling into the parking lot and just like seeing where we walked in behind left field, kind of, and they have like this little practice turf like infield back in the left field corner where you can't see it. It's like blocked off to the public. But I remember that's where we entered from, and I would just like, from the first step I took on that little field, I was just like instantly blown away. Like, it just, everything there just felt different compared to all the other colleges that I went to and all the other colleges that I did look at. I mean, they were all great in their own ways, but it didn't feel right. But literally just from, like I said, the first step I took on to OSU, I mean, it just, the vibe there was different. And after like touring everything, talking to the coaches, I knew instantly that I was going to commit there. I kind of just egged it on for like 2 weeks for no really reason. But then, yeah, I told my mom that's where I wanted to be, and I made it official.
And it's pretty admirable that, I mean, 2 years later, I'm sure you had people, especially in this NIL era now, that were probably still contacting you, trying to get you to sway off the Oklahoma State. And and give them a look? Did that happen?
Other than just like emails about like camps and stuff, and like I got like a few emails from like I think like a coach or like assistant coach or like just like one of their player development people. Other than that, I mean, kind of that was really it. I didn't really get a whole bunch of like calls or stuff or offers to go here instead of there. But so.
And of course, your buddy Ethan Holiday probably will never see the light of day with his uncle, coach there at Oklahoma State. Being if he's top 5 or number 1, the money's going to be pretty good. But we live in a different era now where NILs can be a game changer too. Same decision for you coming up. The draft's coming up, 20 rounds. You have an agent. You guys haven't started talking about what that magic number is for the pros versus college, have you?
No, I think that will be a conversation towards like the week of the draft, probably like I would say like 4 or 5 days before the draft. That's when we'll actually have like a serious meeting with my mom, him, and everybody, and just trying to set everything and just I guess talk through it, because I mean I don't really know how to base stuff like that, especially those with those bigger numbers. So I mean, he's been in the game for a long time, so he knows what he's talking about. So I'll just listen to him, and he'll give me the best advice that he can give me. So.
And who is his agent, or your agent? I'm sorry. And what
Michael Holloman. Yeah,
Michael what?
Holloman.
Okay, awesome. Where will you watch the draft on the 13th and the next couple of days?
It's going to be here. I don't know really where yet, but I want to be here with friends and family so we can all be together. So I'll just need to figure out where it's going to be. So.
That's awesome. Of course, a great career at Glendale. Kind of talk about some of the highlights. I know your sophomore year, you guys had a heck of a squad, Brooks Kettering and Cam Stratton and that whole group. Kind of talk about some of the Glendale highlights for Coach Julian.
I guess the very first game that I started varsity, I started, I guess, pretty young and pretty early as a freshman. I think we were like two games into the season, and then I got a starting spot, and then I never sat the bench again. So I mean, just him having faith in me from a young age, especially as a freshman, not really knowing much other than I guess hearing stuff. I mean, that meant a lot, just him having that faith into me, especially as a young kid. And then, yeah, like you said, sophomore year, that team was a lot of fun. I really think we should have won state that year. We just had a hiccup game in the state quarterfinal game. Yeah, state quarterfinal game. I think if we got past that game, I think we would have went out and won it all, honestly. But I mean, it's baseball, so it happens. But another thing in my sophomore season was when I hit the go-ahead home run against Willard in the district championship. That was probably the best moment at least in my high school career. Sure. I guess with it being in Willard, we were down, or not down, it was 0-0, I think, in like either the 5th or 6th inning. Our pitcher was throwing I don't know if it was a complete game or no hitter or a perfect game. It was one of those, and he shut him out, and then we won that game 2-0 because of my home runs. So that's definitely number one for my high school career. But I mean, junior year, we made it to state quarterfinals again, and that team was really good. Just another hiccup in the state quarterfinal game. Again, I think if we got past that hump, because I think the opponent we played in the state quarterfinal game was a lot better than the teams that made the actual state. I mean, it's just baseball. Teams can get hot quick or start to fall off and just do minor things that can end up losing you games. So, I mean, it happens, but I think we could have made it far but in both runs, sophomore and junior year. But, I mean, I would definitely say those are the biggest highlights for me.
And then 10 home runs this year, set a new Glendale single-season record. What clicked in terms of your power and just being more consistent with that power?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was really much about my power. It's just like my approach, really, and just trying to keep it simple and just trying to maintain confidence, especially during like the tough times. Because beginning of the season, I had I guess you wouldn't call it like a horrible start, but like just not what I wanted to, in my eyes, what I wanted to be and how I was doing. So just how I had mental toughness just to like keep it going. And I knew at some point stuff would start to fall and stuff like that. And I think that was the biggest reason to my success and all those home runs, just because I was staying with it. I was being consistent with my hitting coach, with and through practice and all that. I think I've had that power, and I could have displayed it in the years prior, but I just don't think I had like the right approach and right mindset. But I think this year kind of showed. So.
Well, and I understand you throw in the low 90s when you pitch. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
So what are you? Are you a third baseman? Are you an outfielder? Are you a pitcher? What do you see Sebastian Norman's best fit going forward?
I mean, I hope to stay at third for as long as I can, but moving into whatever level I go to, as long as I hit, I don't care what I do. Definitely not a pitcher no more. I don't really like it, and I don't really enjoy it anymore. But if I'm either in left field, center field, right field, third, short, second, first, I don't care. As long as I'm hitting, that's all that really matters to me. So,
who are your boys at Glendale, the guys you hung out with that you got to be around for 4 years that you're going to miss when you either go college or pro now?
No, yeah, I mean, definitely the seniors that I grew up with throughout all of pretty much middle school, and then Glendale, Graham, Satterwhite, Easton Friesen, Dominic Licata, Noah Goforth. Who else? I'll say those are like the main senior guys that I've been with around pretty much my entire middle school and high school career. And then Brady Yates, I guess incoming junior now. We were good friends, and then kind of took this freshman under our wing that started, Charlie Hobble. I just wanted to put him under my wing, show him things, guide him, teach him the right ways with how high school is. Because I mean, I remember being a freshman and not knowing a lot and what to expect. So just trying to look out for him and be there for him. And then now me and him are pretty good friends. I love him. I love his family. So I'll say those are my best friends. So
when and how were you able to kind of shake off the pressure of knowing every time you went out there, especially this year as a senior, scouts and radar guns and everything else were on you? When were you able to and how did you tune that out?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just sport, and it's just what I love to do. I would say definitely it got to me a little bit like at the start of the season, just because I hadn't really had, like, I think I had a few scouts at the games last year, but they were like hidden and I didn't know about it. But this year, like, it was apparent, and that you could like easily pick out from the crowd like how many scouts there were, and that they were there for me, because I had talked to them like before the game. And so that was a little nerve-wracking just because I wasn't used to that. But I would say after a game or two, I kind of settled in. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the game, it's just a game. At the end of the day, it's just a game. And I mean, I got to enjoy it, got to have fun. I mean, no matter what, if there's 100 scouts or no scouts, I just want to go out there and have fun, because if you're not having fun, you're going to get burnt out real quick in this game. So I would definitely say just having fun. What was the biggest thing? Having fun with my teammates for our last year, because we're not going to get this time back together. So just savoring every moment together with them.
Let's talk about your early days with baseball, and when was that moment that you figured out, hey, I can be pretty good at this game?
Yeah, I mean, I would say probably my 8th grade year when I got that Mizzou camp. Like I said, I wasn't really expecting to get that camp, that offer after the camp. So like once I had got that, I was like, okay, maybe this can be something that can turn into more something serious. So I mean, after that, I definitely kind of knew it could be a possibility.
Had you played other sports up to that point?
Yeah, I was playing basketball. I pretty much played basketball my whole life up until my sophomore year, and then I just went all baseball. But so
yeah. And who were some of the early coaches and teams you played? Did you grow up in Springfield?
Yeah, I grew up here my whole life. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Who'd you play with some of the early, travel teams or even youth, like T-ball, things like that? Who were some of your guys, players that were with you, and maybe some of your coaches?
So baseball, I think I started with they were called like the Little League Mavericks. It's just a little, I guess, league out in, I don't even remember where the place is at, where we played at, but that's where I like kind of started. Well, I guess I started with T-ball, but I don't even remember where T-ball was. And then T-ball led into the Little League Mavs. And then I played with them, I think, for 2 or 3 years. And then we switched to, I think, the Crushers. I think we, like, me and a couple of my friends, and like we recruited guys, and we like just made our own team called the Crushers, and that was like a 3-year deal. and then that kind of broke off, and then I went to the Midwest Mavs, and then I played with them for a few years, and then 8th grade summer or fall is when I started playing like in the big national tournaments. So like I would guest play with the team that I played with throughout my whole high school career, Wow Factor. That was like their first kind of year of travel ball. So it was just seeing how it was. Let's see if I wanted to take it more seriously in the next summer. So after that, I went full-time Wow Factor, and then from freshman year until now, I played with Wow Factor every year. So
that Team USA experience that you were 15, right?
Yes, sir.
Who were some of your teammates then that will also probably hear their name called on the 13th?
Like you said, Ethan Holiday, Coy James, probably he'll definitely go in the top 3 rounds. Ryan Mitchell, definitely him. Who else? I don't really know off the top of my head. I'm sure like there's more. I just haven't really spoke or talked with many of the other guys, but I mean, I know there's the other guys are definitely getting looks. So
did that experience kind of help confirm in your mind that you were on that level?
No, yeah, I definitely did. I mean, going into it, just getting an invite to like the tryout, like alone, I was kind of blown away that I got that. I mean, and then as we went throughout the week, we played games, had practices, and they would just evaluated us. And then they made the first cuts, and I made that. So I was like, okay. I mean, I was just happy making that. And then they made the second cuts, and then I made it past that. So I'm like, oh crap, I'm one step away from making it. Yeah. So like, I mean, obviously, like at that point, I'm like, if I don't make it, oh well. I mean, I made it this far, and it's been fun. And then we were all in one big room, and they were just naming off the 20 people that made it. And like, I was like towards like the bottom of the list, and they said my name, and I just like kind of sent me into shock. I was just like, oh shoot, I actually made it. So I mean, yeah, definitely that was kind of an eye opener that I can hang with these guys. So,
you got any brothers or sisters that are athletes?
I have one little sister, but she did gymnastics for a little bit, but now she's like more into theater. So.
And you mentioned your mom, I'm sure a big influence in everything you've been able to do to this point.
No, yeah, for sure. She's been the best.
You know, I remember talking to Kellen Lindstrom, one of your former teammates, probably a year and a half ago, after his first spring at Tennessee. And, one day he's walking the halls of Glendale with you guys. The next day he's in a weight room with grown adult men, that are 22 and 23, and he's trying to figure out where his class is on the Tennessee campus. Has it sunk into you that depending on what happens here in a couple of weeks, you could either be on a college campus in August, or you could be out on your own living a minor league baseball life? Has that part sunk in? Have you thought about it?
No, yeah, the thought of it's definitely crept in my mind, but honestly, it's like a good feeling because I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to go to the next chapter of my life, whether it be in pro ball or college. I'm just ready to be surrounded by a bunch of guys that are all here for the same goal to make it to the majors at one point. So just being around all those type of people, I think that will better me in more ways than one. So yeah, definitely a good feeling.
Seems like it'd be a really good fit for the Kansas City Royals to take you, and everybody can just drive 2.5 hours up Highway 13. Should we get that message out to them or not?
I mean that would definitely be a cool thing. I mean, I just don't know. Like I said, I really won't know anything up until pretty much probably 2 or 3 days before the draft. So I mean, I could go to them. I could go. I mean, anybody really. But I'm just ready for this next chapter of my life.
And people try to read into it. Well, this team has talked to me 25 times in the last 2 months, and this team's never contacted me. Has there been any club more persistent than others? And by now, just ignore all that, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's not really been one team that's been just super heavy on me. Like, there's been teams that I've probably I'd say a group of teams that have just been they've talked to me more than others, but there's not been one set team that's been okay, we want you and we need you now. There's nothing like that, but there's definitely been a group of guys, a group of teams that have showed more interest than others. So yeah.
How cool is it knowing that? I mean, you kind of control the cards here. I mean, if you don't start your pro career, you're going to go to Stillwater and and start a great 3-year run with Oklahoma State, which you've been planning on doing all along anyway. Kind of talk about that mindset. I mean, is that where you are? Is, hey, I'm going to win either way in this deal?
No, yeah, there's definitely not a lose situation in this. I'm either going to a great school with a great baseball program and just great overall vibe at the school, or I get to start my dream, I guess, kind of early. So, I mean, yeah, there's definitely no lose situation in this, so it's definitely a cool feeling.
It's either aluminum bat or wood bat, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a preference?
No, I do not. Yeah.
That 114 was off a wood bat, correct, at the Combine?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's smoking it there. If you could do 114 every time, I think you'd be sitting pretty good on the 13th of July, right?
Yeah.
What's the dream if you don't do baseball down the road? What are you thinking career wise? Do you have a major picked out in your head that you want to pursue? Tell us about that.
Right now, I don't really have a major picked out. I mean, I know I want to do something sports related, but I mean, as of right now, I've just been so baseball heavy. I haven't even put really much thought into it. I mean, it's probably not the best of things. I probably should start thinking about it more, but I mean, I'm just all baseball. That's what I love to do, and I want to do it every second I can, whether it be working out, hitting, playing a game. So definitely not been my main focus about school and what I want to do, but definitely it will be here soon. So.
And I would assume that if it's not the pros and you go to Oklahoma State, you're pretty much done with playing baseball for this summer, right?
No, yeah, probably. And I'll probably just wait till mid-August to go down there, report, get everything moved in, and then just kind of start my career there. So.
Well, I think you need to go talk to the guys before you leave on what rookie card you want to take home as a parting gift. Probably a Bobby Witt Jr. rookie card would be okay, wouldn't it?
Oh, that'd be all right.
Yeah. All right. Well, Sebastian, I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming out to Fast Break. Best of luck to you, and we'll be watching the draft on the 13th.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You betcha. Sebastian Norman, the Glendale High School baseball star, again, just finished up with the Major League Baseball Combine. Had a very excellent combine. 114 exit velocity will get a lot of people talking about your bat and what you're doing there without a doubt. So best of luck to him, and we'll be keeping tabs on that. Mention we are out here at Fast Break Sports. Thanks for Sebastian for taking time to come out. You guys are great out here. I walk in this store and I'm just thinking I might as well just leave my debit card. I've already picked out a Payne Stewart memorabilia thing for my office. It's going to go up. You'll probably see it next week on the wall in my background for the podcast. But baseball cards, football cards, all sports cards, memorabilia, the supplies. You can see right behind me here. I'm in their office here, so Sebastian and I could be on separate screens and see each other. But the card boxes, the protectors, they can help you get cards graded. And they've got some new stuff coming out too. The Topps Chrome MLB series is coming out any day now, so keep an eye out for that if you're a collector. And the Top Series 2 MLB cards are out already. So they've got those in stock. Come out and check it out. But they've got your favorite team memorabilia. We're into July, so it means training camps are starting for the NFL very shortly. Get that man cave ready for your NFL watch parties all fall and winter as football is right around the corner. So big thanks to Fast Break Sports for their continued sponsorship. Also, The Pitch Pizza and Pub, located off East Sunshine in the Southern Hills Shopping Center. Great place to go with your friends for lunch or dinner with those pizzas, the calzones, the appetizers, including the awesome smoked wings. They've got frosty cold beverages and TV, so you can go out and watch whatever sporting events you want to see, all at The Pitch Pizza and Pub. And if you need meeting space, give Brian Bevel and his staff a call because they've got plenty of room over at The Pitch. And lastly, our latest sponsor, Thompson Sales. They've been in business since 1919. Big thanks to Miles, Tyler, and all the boys over at Thompson's, where the Thompson boys are dealing GMCs, Buicks, Cadillacs. They've got them there at Thompson Sales, 1555 East Independence in Springfield. Thank you to Thompson Sales for their sponsorship. That's going to do it for this week's edition. Again, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week